I got a new toy. This is my new Hedwitschak high-end line custom drum. Christian Hedwitschak contacted me about building me a custom drum. And we went back and forth and we talked a lot about what I liked about my other drums that I played, what I was looking for, the sound I was looking for, and then finally, of course, the color. So I just wanted to show it off because I'll probably be using this in future videos. So starting with the size and color. It's a 16-inch drum head, about 40 centimeters for those of you not in the US. And it is, it's about what I like because I'm a bit taller than 6 feet tall, so I like a little bit bigger drum and it sits well in my lap at a kind of comfortable positioning. Normally on this size of drum, there'd be a spine line where the spine of the animal was, but Christian selected a head without one because even though I've played drums with a spine in them, it does affect the sound and it can be used to neat effect, but it's not something not really in my preferences. So, 16-inch drum. And one of the things I talked about wanting in sound-wise was kind of a round but controlled sound, not too many out-of-control overtones and stuff like that. So he picked the combination of his dragon skin spicy head. The dragon skin is a proprietary treated goat skins that Christian uses in his drums. And the spicy is a little bit heavier duty. So there are 3 levels of dragon skin heads. There's a velvet, which is very soft and gives a very kind of mellow, soft sound. The normal, which is kind of in the middle and balanced. And the spicy, which is a little bit thicker and tougher hide, which gives a little more controlled sound. Still plenty of bass and still plenty of like really nice round overtones, but a little bit more controlled and a little bit good, especially if you're a bit of a heavier duty player and using a larger skin drum like I am. The other factor that went into that was the tone ring on the inside, which is this part here that affects where the shape of where the rim contacts the drum head, the tuning ring, and that is his compressor design, which again is designed to basically, if you're familiar with a compressor pedal or compression on audio mastering, give that a bit of that effect to the drum, which helps give you a little more controlled overtones and a little bit more controlled sound. Especially when you're going to have the drum mic'd up or you'll be using it for recording. Further from that, it uses his isolate head technology for the tuning rim. Basically what that's doing, the isolate head, because his last name is Hedwitschak, all of his stuff is kind of a pun on the head thing. Even though he's in German, he does it in English. Isolate head, so basically the idea is to separate and insulate the head and the bearing edge and tuning ring from the shell as much as possible. That way, as you've got the drum sitting on your lap, whether it's contacting your body, your leg, and your arm, you're not choking off the sound of the drum by muting the shell. The shell doesn't add much to the resonance of the drum. This kind of apparatus here is insulated a little bit, so that can vibrate more freely. So that's the isolate head. And if you can't really see it, but where the tuning machines contact, there's actually a little bit of a little rubber insulator buffer there to kind of, again, limit the how much vibration gets choked off by the tuners themselves. So the idea is to leave it a lot of resonance and vibrate freely without your contact with the drum shell interfering with the drum. And the shell itself is gorgeous. It is a figured ash with a blue fade, blue sunburst fade finish, which looks really, really pretty. And yeah, so 16-inch drum, compressor tuning ring, dragon head, spicy head, and yeah, it's overall just sounds great. It's got my name in it. Again, you can't really see it too well there. And how does it sound? Obviously, I don't know how it'll sound on my phone camera, but in person, without any muting. Loud. Really nice bass response. Good rounded sound. And really crisp, clear high end. I'm using the same head rod HR3 bowl that I've used in my other drums, because this is still my favorite kind of all-rounder. But I want to play it with the Matt Bell tipper, with kind of the drumstick head. Or kind of tune it up just a hair. It's getting humid up here. The back slide. Or with my boomstick, kind of heavy rounded tipper that I like to use to get a big bass sound. And finally, for demonstration, the brush. So that is my new drum. The other cool thing about it is the case it came with is the 20th anniversary head pack, which is something that he's just offering this year because he's been in business for 20 years now making drums. And it is, like my other cases, a backpack style bodhran case. So it's got the handles here and the backpack straps. And it's got the outer front pocket. And so if you open it up, put your drum in, as you do. Boom, fits in there nice and snug, nicely padded and sturdy. The cool thing is if you turn it around on the back, I'm going to unzip this end, there's a separate storage compartment that you can toss your stuff in. Which lets you put your gear in there, whether you've got like microphone, sound gear, whatever, or your change of clothes, whatever small items you want to pack in the drum, and it keeps it isolated from the drum head, so you don't have to worry about damaging the drum when you load a bunch of stuff in there. So that is the head pack, which is something that's only being sold for 2022. So if you think it's cool, you should get one now. And they come in different sizes, and obviously they will fit drums that are not from Hedwitschak. So that is the quick rundown of my cool new drum, which is super awesome, and I'm loving playing it so far. I've had it a couple weeks, and as it wears in and breaks in a little bit, it'll sound even better.